Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 55, which is for Mabon, or the fall equinox for 2019.
Hello and welcome to Reaching for the Moon, presented by Everglades Moon Local Council, Florida chapter of Covenant of the Goddess. COG supports individual works by its covens, members, and local councils. It's a vibrant network of a myriad of Wiccan and witchy resources, religious support, friendships, service opportunities, and more. To find out more, visit our website, emlc.net, our Facebook page, facebook.com/EvergladesMoon, or Twitter, @EMLCTweets.
The show we have for you today features a Crow Women workshop that was given at Merry Meet, this past Merry Meet in August, in Alberqurque, New Mexico, which they did a wonderful workshop featuring their new album, Seasons. So they're going to walk everyone in the workshop through how to sing the songs on their album, how to use the songs on their album, and basically the easiest way to teach them to other people. I found it a really fascinating workshop, and of course, I love to sing, so I thought this would be a great way to share that with all of you. Two of the songs on the podcast are from that album, and they are Balance in All Things and A Pagan Grace, which is a blessing for the food. In our tradition, Mabon is the witch's Thanksgiving, so we always have a nice big Thanksgiving type dinner. Their album can be purchased on CD Baby. We're going to join the workshop, which is already in progress. We didn't miss much, and there is a section in the middle where the recorder stopped. I was not able to attend this workshop, so it was recorded for me by a volunteer who did a wonderful job, but there is a little split in the middle, and I don't think it detracts very much from the overall quality of the workshop. So I hope you enjoy.
Dear Goddess, we ask you to bless this our food, to the elements making it our gratitude. May the gift of this sustenance give us the fuel to allow us to share our own gifts with the world. Dear Goddess, we ask you to bless this our food.
We say
To the elements making it our gratitude.
always
May the gift of this sustenance give us the fuel
today.
to allow us to share our own gifts with the world.
We pray. Dear Goddess, we ask you to bless this our food. We say to the elements making it our gratitude. Always may the gift of this sustenance give us the fuel today to allow us to share our own gifts with the world. We pray.
Dear Goddess, we ask you to bless this our food. We say to the elements making it our gratitude. Always may the gift of this sustenance give us the day to allow us to share our own gifts with the world. We pray. Goddess, we ask you to bless this our food. We say to the elements making it our gratitude. Always may the gift to allow me to share my own gifts with the world.
But like it's selling the CDs that gives us the money to put together so we can make more CDs. Because how many albums worth of music do we have ready to record?
At least 2 more. And it's today. The more songs we write, it just becomes this unmanageable backlog.
Yeah. And then we start to look at each other like, well, I want my song to be on the album. Well, I want my song to be on the album. So please help us to not fight amongst ourselves. Support us.
Difficult job.
So we're going to start with the next Sabbath's coming up, which is Fall Equinox. And what I would like to do with this is we might not necessarily do every song that's in this handout because we have a limited amount of time. But we'll do some of them. And what I'd like to do is discuss how you would use these particular songs in ritual. As an individual, as a coven, putting on a major public ritual for other people, because one of our purposes, a mission of the Crow Women at our website is to provide information that's actually useful for witches, pagans, goddess worshippers, heathens, to be able to take our music and use it for ceremony. So it's nice if you want to put it on and wash dishes while you're listening to it as a background thing, but it's meant to be practical, and we hope to be practical.
Is this document on your website?
No.
And
But it could be.
www.pagansong.com is where you can go and find out what's going on with us and subscribe to our blog, which comes out twice a week.
Twice a week.
And talks about different music and recipes and all kinds of things that go along with where we are in the year.
Let's just say your names for us.
Sure.
I'm Melanie.
I'm Deb.
I'm Elaine with an A.
I'm Rebecca.
Tara.
Charlie.
And there are even more crows that are going to be in the performance tonight.
How many crows are there?
It depends on how you count. Around 10.
A murder.
No, I've seen bigger groups.
There's a
than
murder
that.
of crows.
There's a murder of you, Greg.
Well, performing tonight, there's 4 more people.
We might have.
So Laura and Marilyn and Donna Marie and Carol are also performing tonight. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. And then Shannon would make 11, but she couldn't make it this time. So that's how many. For those inquiring minds who need to know.
Or come and see.
Right, you can come and see. I moved this down from E to C for the workshop. So it says in the recording D, capo 2, or you can just play it in C. So for those of you who are on instruments, this song, all it is one chord. So we're building a chord. Balance in all things is just building a chord, and it's all the chord called C. So this, unlike everything else you're going to see, you're not going to be making any chord changes because this is a song I wrote for a processional. And we have used it for our spring equinox, where we're celebrating balance in all things. So if you look at the lyrics, balance, balance, equal day and equal night, autumn, welcome the autumn, the joy of autumn. And then there's some more, we won't do the stuff on the side, but there's also some other verses. So if you were going to use a song like this, it's all about balance. We used it as a processional, but what else could you use a song like this for in ritual? What do you think?
I mean, if you're trying to find balance in your life, right?
If you're trying to find balance in your life, you could use it at any time of year.
It's kind of meditational, so you could use it to ground and center everyone at the beginning of a ritual.
Right before a leadership meeting.
And grinding out.
So, yeah, that would be.
We could process through the council.
So who here usually does that first line? You do. Balance. Okay, so I'm going to teach you the first thing. This is all going to be an overlay.
See, right?
We're going to do just C's right now. So everybody sing along with this. Balance, 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 balance. Got it? Balance, So you notice that for a song like this, if you were doing a major public ritual and you had a lot of people and you wanted to include them, because people feel more included in ritual if they get to sing than if they're like watching other people just do the ritual. That is something so simple. You can teach it to people coming in the gate, and they can sing it whenever in the ritual it comes back up again and feel included, and it's very hard to fail on 2 notes. So, okay,
But
so
not impossible.
but not impossible. Some of you may want to try. So the next part, Tara will demonstrate. So, and some of you can pick it up and sing along with her if you like. So we're going to start singing balance, and then she's going to do equal day and equal night. Ready? Balance, 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 balance. Equal day and equal night, and equal day and equal night, and equal balance, equal day and equal night, and equal. All right, stop balancing and go over to her. Equal day and equal night, and equal day and equal night, and equal day and equal night, and equal day. So you've got that. And notice that the way I wrote it is that, the day, the night, it goes up and down in this arpeggio, like day and night too. Magical music. Okay, and then the third part, so some people will do balance, some people come in, equal day and equal night. And then we have the third part, which Deb will demonstrate, which is the upper descant for all of you in the rafters people. So let's start with the balance and bring in the equal day, and then Deb will demonstrate putting the other piece on top.
Okay.
Balance, 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 balance. Equal day and equal night, equal day and equal night. Balance, equal day and equal night, and equal day and equal night, and equal day and equal night, and equal day and equal night. I just want you to sing softly so you can hear her.
Welcome the autumn, the joy of autumn. Welcome the autumn, the joy of autumn. Welcome the autumn.
And then her part drops out. Equal day and equal night, and equal day and then our part's going to drop out. Equal day and equal night, and equal day and equal night. Good.
I noticed something about that.
What?
Well, it sounded like Deb saying autumn, and then she's saying welcome the autumn and the joy of autumn, and she repeated welcome of autumn and joy of autumn, but not the first autumn.
Right. So you have to get the CD to get exactly the timing on that.
Marketing.
Unless Deb
Hard.
It's complicated.
Well, a little bit. But, all you have to do is go to our website, www.pagangratesong.com, look under albums, find the album seasons, go to the page for seasons, click on the song Balance and All Things, and you can listen to this on our website. But please buy the album too. But you can listen to the YouTube video that our distributor put up. So the lyrics and the audio for every song on every one of our albums is on our website for your learning pleasure.
And we can buy the MP3s direct from your website?
No, the MP3s are still coming through CD Baby, but there are copious links on the website saying buy here.
Okay.
That you can go to CD Baby and buy it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is
Sing with the band.
we're going to do Goddess Bless Our Food, which is a good one to put with any of the fall Sabbath celebrations. So I don't know about you, but we usually have some kind of feast when we celebrate Lunasa, Lamas.
Anything.
And how many people have some kind of feast when you get together? Okay. And so there's not that many graces available, like food blessing songs. So if you go on our website, I wrote a little blog post that gives 3 examples of food blessings that you can use, and this is one of them. But there's 2 others that are really great that I go over on that blog post.
And we use this at our Lunasa celebration.
You said this? Yay. Okay. So Those of us who know it, we're going to sing it through once, but without the little things on the right. Okay?
Things on the, okay.
We say always,
we
today
say
we pray.
always.
We'll just leave that out for now. Okay. So listen, we'll do it twice. And anyone who wants to follow along is welcome to play. These are the actual chords, C, F, G. This is so C major. Imagine a pagan song that's in C major.
Not minor.
Yeah, that's true.
Dear God, as we ask you to bless this our food, to the elements making it our gratitude. May the gift of this sustenance give us the fuel to allow us to share our own gifts with the world. One more time. Dear God, as we ask you to bless this our food, to the elements making it our gratitude. May the gift of this sustenance give us the fuel to allow us to share our own gifts with the world. Okay, you've got it. So, what do you notice about the sensibility of the song? Like, what is the message of this piece? Obviously, bless our food, but what else is in there?
Service.
Gratitude? Service? Mm-hmm.
Give us the fuel to share our own gifts with the world.
Yeah, empowerment. So I pictured when I wrote the song it being something that kids could sing. You know, kids could be brought up singing this thing. We are grateful for our food, and we're also, you know, we're great. We can go out into the world and do things.
I think it's pretty important to connect like good sustenance with like it actually is giving you something that you can then do and contribute. You know, to like reinforce like, oh, it's a good thing to eat.
That's
like,
right.
To eat regular meals, to like, you know, that it makes you functional.
Uh-huh. So we're going to do it one more time with the little tags, and what I pictured was that children could make, or adults who are silly, could make up tags for whatever they want. And if you look at my blog post about this, you can see more about, you know, to the elements making it our gratitude, except for the liver. May the gift of sustenance give us the fuel. Make that unleaded. But we'll do the ones that are on here. One last time with the tags, and those who want to can sing them in. I will as well. Dear God, as we ask you to bless this our food, we say to the elements making it our gratitude. Always may the gift of this sustenance give us the fuel today to allow us to share our own gifts with the world. We pray. Nice. All right. So now we turn the wheel. That's the theme of our latest album, to Samhain, and Tara will talk a little bit about the next piece.
Okay, so you will see this next piece in action this evening. So a little plug, come to the concert, see more. This next piece is another processional. Has anyone in here been to the Hecate retreat at Argentine?
Yes.
Okay, so as you know, we tend to march around the entire campus during a Hecate retreat, and we need some sort of filler. And sometimes it's a little difficult not to stumble over various words and multiple verses of something, and so the intent of this is to have a nice, simple, meditative, processional.
Professional processional?
It's a professional processional, yes. You were graduating from amateurs to honor Hecate. Not just at a Hecate retreat, but that is an excellent place to use it. So, we're just going to do the simple version of this. As you can see, the main part just has two words in different order, Hail and Hecate, all mixed up. The verses can either be slipped in between those or layered on top of them because it's the exact same melody. So as some people are singing Hail Hecate, other people can be singing the verse. the exact same tune, and it's meant for whichever you are considering yourself priest or priestess, you just slip that in there. So you can say, I am a priestess of the goddess, or I am a priest of the goddess, I hold your torch and deed. I am a priest of the goddess, or I am a priestess of the goddess, her magic beckons me. So just slip in there whatever you want to profess for yourself. You can even make it, I am a witness of the goddess, I am a devotee of the goddess, so choose your own word, choose your own adventure. So let's just do the chorus. E major. Nice
E minor.
I mean E minor, yes.
Yeah, because E major's a little bit.
Do you need the note?
Hail Hecate, Hecate, Hail Hecate, Hail Hecate, and it goes down. Hail Hecate, Hail Hecate, Hecate. This evening.
We will be calling on you.
Yeah. So you want to run through it one time? We'll do a chorus, verse, verse, chorus, just so you can hear kind of how the verses go. Okay. Hail Hecate, Hecate, Hail Hecate, Hail Hecate, Hecate.
Yeah, that's not a major key.
No, that's in the goddess key.
Goddess key.
Great. So those of us who are playing along, we're these chords are A minor chords. We're playing it out of A minor, but it's actually going to be in B flat minor. So capo up 1.
Okay.
Okay, so the next song is In Our Bones, and when I'm singing this song, I really think about that ancestral, passed on knowledge that's like embedded in our bodies. Right? First, so it starts with the chorus, and unlike a lot of songs, we sing that line 3 times rather than 2. We sing it 3 times. And then in the verses, kind of the same thing. There's the first 3 lines, and then there's the repeat that's also 3 times. So it's a big
3 thing, right? Yeah.
Which is like our 3. Anything else that we should say about this song?
So let's do it, and
You tell the story that you had along with writing this.
Yeah, you wrote the song.
I did write the song. You mean about the turnip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't you want to know the turnip story now?
I want to know the turnip story now, yeah.
Okay, I'll try to do a very short version of the turnip story. So, long ago, our ancestors They had a beautiful existence together in the tribe, living on the land, being connected. And when people died, instead of putting them somewhere else or burning them, they just took the bones and they put them in the cave. And whenever the people needed to learn something, they would go and meditate to the ancestors in the cave, to the bones of their ancestors, and say, what shall we do? And in a state of shamanic meditation, they would receive the messages back from the ancestors, from the bones of the ancestors. But then the invaders came. And when the invaders came, they said, you may not do this anymore. That is a blasphemy, what you're doing. And so what the invaders did is they went, took a great pile of wood, put it inside the cave, lit it on fire, and burned up all of the bones of our ancestors. And the people wept, and they were so upset. And they said, now we will never be wise again. But one of the people, someone like you, who was a wise woman, said, that's not true, because two things. One is, we are still carrying their bones. Their bones are within us, and they will be within our children. And the bones are there for you to ask for the wisdom of the ancestors. Just look at your bones, concentrate on your bones, and you can get those messages still. And the other thing is, they said, no matter what they take away from us, we still have our turnips. They're not going to take away our turnips. So you can take a turnip, and you can carve out the middle, and you can carve through the front of it and make a face, and then put a candle inside, and it's very much like the skulls of our ancestors. And that's a way to focus your questions to the ancestors through those bones. And so all kinds of vegetables have been used for this purpose, including
pumpkins. Do we have a turnip picture online? Because I really think we should.
Okay, would you like me to do a post with that story for Samhain?
Yes.
So falling off the turnip truck isn't a bad thing anymore.
Okay.
Nice. That was a nice connection.
Okay. Actually, you play this on. Tara will be the lead, and other people follow what Tara does. Ready?
We are delving deep, 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 awakening a song from sleep. We are delving deep, 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 awakening a song from sleep. We are delving deep, 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 awakening a song from sleep. We are singing a deep song from ancestors of long ago, a song that keeps the magic strong, a song we carry in our bones.
I believe I learned the turnip story from Jesse Coyote, who's selling over there. Buy his silver. I'll get his permission, and if he says it's okay, then I'll put it in writing on the website. But I'm sure you're all welcome to use it for Samhain.
You could credit him.
Yeah, you can say. This is Jesse's song via the Crow Women. Okay, so for doing chants and songs and stuff for big rituals, so some of us go to large rituals where there's 50 people, 300 people, 500 people, and you have to always be very careful about what sort of things you try to do with a large group. So that song Balance had something simple enough, you could use it. But as a song gets more complicated, you start moving into having a small group of performers performing it for the ensemble, the assembled people. And use always that idea is the more complex it is, the fewer people need to be singing it. So this is probably the most complex thing I put in this workshop. But you could still use it in a ritual, or you could still sing at the fire circle, because it passes Elaine's laws of songs.
Oh, okay.
It passes the laws, which is that there's a lot of repetition, right? And there's no more than 2 verses, which are short. Anything much bigger than this, have you been like around a fire circle and the drummers are going, and people are trying to sing, and someone does a song that's got 12 verses, and it's like, no. So this is about as far as I would recommend anybody going for a song for a fire circle at night when people are drinking mead in the dark.
You don't want anyone to be injured by the song.
Right.
That's right.
Right. And verse number 12 will hurt somebody. Okay, so now we've spent our time in the dark time of Samhain, and we're moving towards winter solstice, that peak of darkness in the year. And so this song, A Long, Long Night, I wrote for an event that I go to in this area. It's called the Long Dance, where we drum down the sun, and then we stay up all night to encourage the sun to come back. Because by staying with vigil throughout the night and staying awake, or at least awake some of the time, then it's encouraging the sun to come back and be reborn and start back again. And I have found that some of my most important spiritual insights have come from that deep darkness. Because a lot of times you do a ritual, you go in, you do some stuff, you're done in an hour, but something where you really sit with the darkness, or on summer solstice you sit all day with the light and dance and drum and sing and gossip and eat food, but that you have time to have some insights. So that's kind of where this song came from. So capo's off. We haven't sung this in a while because it's really not this time of year. So
And it's not the concert.
And it's not in the concert. All right, so we'll just do it relatively quickly. But it's the only winter solstice one in the handout, so we'll do it. So Melanie will start. Do you still remember the song? Okay. And then you'll listen to her, and then we'll start coming in. Do you need to know?
In the long
be just repeated
Forever.
forever. And if you
Basically all night long.
right. So if you get the album, you can listen to the 5-part harmony that I wrote to that.
You know, every time I hear this song, I think about the green guy in the
Green Man.
no, not that green guy. The one the
Grinch?
Shrek. The Grinch.
And now we're going to move on to Imbolc, and Rebecca will tell a little bit about the Crow tradition for Imbolc.
So Imbolc may be our most important holiday for crows. As we get together, we rededicate ourselves to the goddess and to crow women. We poo for our jobs for the year. And so one by one, in order of most elder status to youngest, we sit in front of the goddess and light a candle and give our dedication. And so that is what this song's about.
So other people might do different things at Imbolc. So it's our vow and rededication day. What do you do at Imbolc? Anybody have like a different focus than that?
We exchange,
I cleanse my tools
Cleanse your tools?
and
we
then clean all my
exchange seeds
candles.
for what we're planting in our garden for that
Exchanging
year.
seeds.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Initiation.
Initiations at Imbolc. So, what?
Healing.
Healing. Yeah, breeds cloak, wrapping around those who need it. So there's a lot of things that Imbolc can be. This is pretty specific to our Imbolc. And if you want to use the basic song, but take something out, put something in that, like put a line in about the seeds or about the healing. What? Goals, right. You can change, you're welcome to use whatever you need for the lyrics when you're using it. So we'll just sing through this, because I bet we're already like more than halfway through the time we have, right? What time is it now? Anyone know?
11:11.
Nice. And
Timeless.
we have, how much time do I have? An hour and 15 minutes? Till 11:45. Okay. So you want to get a taste of all the songs. So Melanie sings lead on this on the album, but I think we should all just sing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want the capo up too, or not?
Oh, gosh, yes. Yes. So, well, in order for us to sing it the way we're used to it. So, because we are women vocalists, the keys that work really well for women singing are C and D. And so we tend to make everything conform to C and D. Okay. So we've got a capo up 2. We're going to play out of D minor.
On Imbolc this day of beginnings, on Imbolc this day of deep vows, within your forge I transform, I emerge renewed, I begin again now. On Imbolc I light a white candle, I lay magic tools out before me, I kneel before Bridget the goddess, and dedicate them to her duty. On Imbolc this day of beginnings, on Imbolc this day of deep vows, within your forge I transform, I emerge renewed, I begin again now. I vow now to serve all my sisters in my role in this sacred circle. I choose my direction to honor for deep integration internal.
Yes, and this is where the recorder stopped working, as you may have guessed. Hey, we're very blessed to have recording devices at all. And we picked it up fairly quickly in the program. And we'll continue.
We'll do it 3 times, okay?
3 times.
So if you want to start us off with an A. Spring. Okay, so we're going to start there.
We just started. Start it.
Go.
Charlie, go. Thank you.
Spring, waking with buds, waking with leaves, waking with flowers and showers and green, green everywhere, growing with hope, spreading the promise of newness and life. And the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring. Let's do that whole thing again. Spring, waking with buds, waking with leaves, waking with flowers and showers and green, green everywhere, growing with hope, spreading the promise of newness and life. And the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring. Again. And the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring. One more time. Spring, waking with buds, waking with leaves, waking with flowers and showers and green, green everywhere, growing with hope, spreading the promise of newness and life. And the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring. Lovely. Okay, so when you do this again, what we're going to try to do is instead of na 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 na, because it tends to want to do that because it's so rhythmic and it sounds like you're marching. We're going to try to go la 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 la, springy. Okay? And then we'll do it 3 more times, and I'll sing the other part while you guys are singing that, so you can hear the second part, springtime is here. And then the last time we do it, we'll try to have some people do one and some people do the other. Okay?
So if you can follow what Deb's doing, you can be prepared to jump over to her part. Right? Okay.
So we'll start with spring, waking with buds in a more kind of swingy, springy feel. That's right. Do that. Okay? Spring, waking with buds, waking with leaves, waking with flowers and showers and green, green everywhere, growing with hope, spreading the promise of newness and life. And the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring. Spring, waking with buds, waking with leaves, waking with flowers and showers and green. Springtime is where the garden is near, the garden is near. And the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring. One more time. Spring, springtime is here, and the goddess is near. Oh, the goddess is coming. Springtime is here, and the goddess is near. Oh, the goddess is near. And the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring, and the wheel turns to spring. So should we do it one more time and have some people want to sing the other part with me, or should we move?
No, I think you should just teach them the right-hand column just by itself.
Okay.
And then go on.
Spring. It goes like this. Spring, springtime is here, and the goddess is near. Oh, the goddess is near. Springtime is here, and the goddess is near. Oh, the goddess is near.
Springtime is here and the goddess is near. Oh, the goddess is near. Springtime is here and the goddess is near. The goddess is near.
Okay. Thank you. And now the wheel turns yet more.
Okay, more turning.
More turning of the wheel. And now the next song is by Carol McWilliams, and I don't know where she is right now, but she'll be singing tonight. And this is not in the concert, but let's just give you a taste of this song for Beltane. So in doing the website and making a little tiny page for every song we've recorded, all 63 of them, what I discovered is I bet you can guess what the two holidays are we have the most songs for. Beltane and Samhain. Right. It's like Christmas and Easter Christians. There are a lot of Beltane and Samhain pagans. So we really love Beltane, and we go to the Alberqurque area Beltane Festival at the end of April, beginning of May, depending on where it falls. And it's so much fun to participate. And so Carol wrote this song, and we'll just do the first verse. But it's all about the experience of being at the Beltane Festival. And it's got a little chorus part that is easy. So if you were doing it with a large group ritual, you could just have them do this little chorus. It's really a chant. So let me get there. Goddess blessings to abound. Beltane spirits come to us. Beltane spirits come. 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 That's kind of tempo. So if you were going to teach this in a large group ritual, I would recommend, like as people come through the gate or during something early in the ritual, they just get this before you complicate it. And so people have a home base that they can go back to, which is this part. And even if people are doing all these other verses and all this other stuff, when this comes up, they're like, I know that part. I know that part. All right, so we're going to do this verse, and feel free to sing along. It's like, this is so typical of a pagan chant in its sound. Oh, yes. Come, come to the grove, show the mother lots of love. Let us recognize her call, honor all life great and small. Women sweat to dig the hole, men parade in with the pole. Colored ribbons wrap around, goddess blessings to abound. Beltane spirits come to us, Beltane spirits come. Beltane spirits come to us, Beltane spirits come. So guitar players, I put the chords in pretty arbitrarily. You just need to play A minor, and if you want to do some D minors sometime, go ahead. So it really doesn't matter. So
That's my kind of song.
there's this echo that comes at the end, and that's why we're like, when does this part come in? When does this part come in? So what some people can do is colored ribbons wrap around, goddess blessings to abound, goddess blessings to abound. Beltane spirit. That's where the big gap was, because we're singing this in our head. All right, so let's do the second verse. Guitar players, good luck. Okay, ready? May Queen dance and sing, Green Man show us what you bring. Banish winter to the past, call for summer to come fast. Call for summer to come fast. Pass, pass, pass the mead, earthly bounty, oh so sweet. Feast and honey, magic brew, Beltane spirits to renew. Beltane spirits to renew. Bum, bum. Beltane spirits come to us. Beltane spirits come. Beltane spirits come to us. Beltane spirits come. Oh, let's just do the next one. Jump, jump, jump the fire. Manifest your desire. Jump, jump, sing and shout. As within, so without. As within, so without. Pound, pound, pound the drums. Celebrate as goddess comes. Dance and sing by fire's glow. As job. So we have several hand fasting songs, and someone's going to have to write a blog post about all of our hand fasting songs for all of the marriages that we have had that may or may not have survived, but
Or may.
or may, in your case.
We'll hear about that tonight.
Right, yeah. We'll talk about that song tonight. But this is a good one that's pretty chant-like. And look, I wrote skip this. I wrote change it to E minor. So if I want, I have given you the D minor keys, but if I want to actually play it so it sounds like it's E minor, I think it was a little low for me.
Capo up too. Yep.
Capo up 2? Okay.
Are we doing chalice and blade?
Yes. Yeah. Everyone capo up 2. What?
No, those are on
There's no
her notes.
None of that stuff on
No,
here.
yeah,
So we're
because
gonna
she wrote it in a pencil.
Right. I penciled it in. As good as too good, so good as too sky. Yeah, I put it where I could actually sing it to teach it. So we are going to play the chords you see, but you're going to capo up 2.
Okay, yeah.
So the reality becomes E minor. A minor, A minor, E minor, A minor. Okay. This is also in 6/8. So for some reason, we have been in 6/8. We've
So do you
really got to
want it
stop
in
that.
the 2 like a march, or do you want it in the 3 like?
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So earth is to sky. Together we join as one, you and I. For there is no power greater than love. As woman to man, so chalice to blade, our love it is blessed and magic is made. For there is no power greater than love.
At a recent Beltane, there was a bunch of us there, and there was a ritual happening, and Ryan Coe turned to us and said, "Crows, sing something." In the middle of the ritual. This is the kind of notice we often get when people are like, "Oh, could you support our ritual?" And occasionally
Right now?
someone will get like in touch 2 months ahead of time and say, "Do you have a song that will fit our ritual?" And we'll like figure it out and practice it. And other times, Ryan turns to us and says, "Sing something."
The next half hour.
It's an emergency.
Yeah, that's right. While we do the cake sale for 400 people, you will keep singing this song because it's a good Beltane song. So we'll do it one more time through. So just imagine it's Beltane. So, you know, goddess to God, this is the great rite. Probably someone has got a chalice and someone's got a really big knife, and they're doing the as goddess to God, as earth to sky, as lover to lover, conjoined they bring blessedness to life. And the song kind of goes with that, as well as being appropriate for a heterocentric joining of people. Feel free to change the words for whatever gender manifestation is appropriate for the wedding. Okay, one more time. If anybody who knows how to do it would like to sing the repeat over top of the verses, Go Wild. So this is actually a round. Deb is going to do the round with whoever else wants to. As God is to God, so earth is to sky. Together we join as one, you and I. Together we join as very. Oh, I lost it. Okay, I'm going to not listen to you. As woman to man, so chalice to blade, so chalice is blessed, and magic is made, and magic is made. For there is no power greater than love. Okay, so flip back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning.
Okay, so Beltane is over, and now it's time for Wicca. Everyone take their capos off.
It's been a fast year.
Feeling exhausted? That's right. Yeah. Tara, do you want to explain about the album and the theme of the album and why we're doing all these Sabbath songs?
Because the song is all, or the album is all the Sabbaths of the year. It is literally the wheel of the year in song.
That's why it's called
the whole
Caesars.
year.
A pagan journey around the wheel.
Okay.
Just to be really obvious.
All right. Well, see, what happened is we had, as usual, like 45 songs people had written, and then what are we going to put on the next album? And it turned out that there was a lot of Sabbath songs, so we said, all right, those are the ones that are going to go on album 3. We put them all together. But, you know.
It is our way to triage.
Right.
To come up with a theme. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now we're back in C major. So this song has got a pretty little interlude. We're not doing it tonight, but you can hear it on our website or buy a CD and help support us. I know some of you have this CD already.
Or you could put it this way: buy a CD and we'll support you. Because when you get to that point, you can just press play. Ritual.
Right.
Work on demand. Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because we
women sing now.
Right. Right.
We should just bring a like a boom
A
box.
boombox.
Yeah.
When next time that happens,
When Brian goes, Crow women.
say something.
Press play.
Okay, so this song on the actual recording has got a real pretty little interlude, prelude, real pretty little prelude where Marilyn and I are singing about sun gods and goddesses of different places and standing on a hill, the sun is rising, and it's all very ethereal, and people are in the background going, sun rise. But this is the part that's easy to sing. Okay, so we're going to do this, which again is in 6/8. That's another right chord. Wait.
Yes. There's
Gather together to celebrate summer. Connect to the source of the most ancient ways of ancestor dances and chanters and drummers within us, beside us on this longest day. Gather together to celebrate summer. Connect to the source of the most ancient ways of ancestor dancers and chanters and drummers within us, beside us on this longest day. Gather together to celebrate summer. Connect to the source of the most ancient ways of ancestor dancers and chanters and drummers within us, beside us on this longest day.
Yeah, I just realized that this thematically is a little bit like in our bones, and that the ancestors are within us. I never noticed that before. I must have a thing about that. All right.
Many things.
So even though you're from California, where we actually are not necessarily wanting rain at the same time of year,
Right.
could you introduce Bring the Rain?
Yes, sure. This is one of my favorite songs. I love singing this song. Right, it is a little inappropriate for California right now, but it's
good for here.
But it's great for here. Bring the rain, bring the green. That first line is the drone, and it goes throughout the whole song. So some people sing that, and then the rest of it goes over that. Who wants to do the drone to start? Okay, so Deb's gonna lead the drone, and then I'll come in with the second.
Okay, so that's our note, and we're gonna sing it like this.
Bring the rain, bring the green, bring the rain.
All the same note.
Bring the green.
Lots of C.
Bring the rain.
C, like for the C.
Bring the green. Bring the rain. Bring the green. Come to us, we pray. Goddess of the rain, daughter of the sea, water's lovely queen. We come to you with our thirst and our devotion. Fill the sky with the power of the ocean. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Bring the green, bring the green.
So do you think you could teach them to chant 2 lines at a time or something?
Sure. Okay, so the first line, come to us, we pray, goddess of the rain. So let's sing that again. Come to us, we pray, goddess of the rain. That's great. Daughter of the sea, water's lovely queen.
Same tune.
Yeah. Daughter of the sea, water's lovely queen. Let's do that again. Daughter of the sea, water's lovely queen. And then here it gets a little more complicated. We come to you with our thirst and our devotion. We come to you with our thirst and our devotion. And the next line is the same. Fill the sky with the power of the ocean. Okay, that's great. So the first 2 lines are the same tune, and then the second 2 lines are the same tune. And then the last part goes, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, bring the green. Let's try that again. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, bring the green. So there's a little bit of a pause with that coming in on the bring the rain. So we can try it one more time. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Pause. Bring the green. Okay. Shall we try it all together? Okay.
And anyone who wants to stay with Deb on the drone can just do that while the rest of us sing the words.
So we'll do the drone through once before you, or however many before you start.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start
Usually
with
2.
Bring the rain, bring the green, bring the rain, bring the green. Come to us, we pray, goddess of the rain, daughter of the sea, water's lovely queen. We come to you with our thirst and our devotion. Fill the sky with the power of the ocean. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Bring the green,
So we're going to do that tonight. And you'll notice that the third time that we do it, we're going to have some rain sticks going, some egg shakers going. If any of you feel like doing this to help make rain sounds or doing this, when you see us the third time through, the rain sticks are starting, and then you're welcome to join in some soft rain sounds. And we have a little Thundermaker thing, but if you want to go, we'll just think it's funny. Okay, so
Trash can lids, no.
whoa!
No.
So I Am Plenty. Do you have
4
any
minutes.
memories of doing that song?
We have 4 minutes.
We have 4 minutes, so we won't talk about our memories.
My memories of the song are with Donna Pauline. So
Right.
We will honor her. And, yeah.
So, you other people, do you know how to play C minor, F minor, and G minor? Okay. Which appears to be okay. And you can always just transpose this into A minor. So, this song is by Ayla Hartsong. We covered it on our first album, Crow Goddess, which is the album that we have that's got a lot of chants where you can use them at fire circles. It's the stuff that we did over and over again at fire circles, at festivals, or in our own rituals, and they were favorite songs. So about 2/3 of that album is covers of stuff other people wrote, including Ayla Hartsong, who was wonderful, and then about 1/3 of it was originals. And then our second and third albums were all original music. So this is one that we really enjoyed learning. Oh dear. So here. So it's we do it in a round, but first let's just do this basic song. So, can I have C minor? I am plenty. I am abundance. Filled up and overflowing. Yes, I am abundance. I am plenty. I am abundance. Filled up and overflowing. Yes, I am abundance. A lot of you know this. I am plenty. There's always someone who does this. I am abundance. Filled up and overflowing. Yes, I am abundance. I am plenty. I am abundance. Filled up and overflowing. Yes, so we're going to try to do it around. Some people wait and come in with me. I am plenty. I am plenty. I am abundance. Yes, filled up and overflowing. Yes, I am abundance. I am plenty. I am abundance. Yes, filled up and overflowing. Yes, I am abundance. It really is. And I think we're out of time now?
No, I promise. We have time. Do it.
Yeah. Okay, if anyone needs to leave, go ahead and leave. We have 1 minute to try to do the song. Okay, so here is my ukulele strap. The background chant. So once again, we really recommend that if you're doing these kinds of songs in a ritual with a lot of people who are not going to have gotten together for rehearsal. Crows rehearse ahead of time for even our personal rituals sometimes, memorizing the songs and getting them ready. But most covens are not going to do that. So here's an easy thing that you can teach people. At Lammas, what we've sown, now we harvest. At Lammas, what we've sown, now we harvest. Again, for one. At Lammas, what we've sown, now we harvest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At Lammas, what we've sown, now we harvest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At Lammas, what we've sown, now we harvest. Okay, so that some people can do that part, and we thought when Donna Pauline, some of you may remember her, she helped me to arrange this song, and our thought was that we take responsibility at Lammas for what we're harvesting. It may be good, it might be bad, but all of it has been set up by the things that we have done in the past, for good or ill, and that we own that. So look where we're at, and then we can, each year as the wheel turns, we can have that lesson again. What are we sowing that we are going to harvest later? What does that mean to us? And then the rest of it's just a praise for the mother and father gods. So here's the other part. In your vines, oh Father God, we rejoice. From your fields, oh Mother God, we are fed. In your arms, oh Mother God, we are safe. Father God, sorry. By your hand, So Deb and anyone who wants to is going to sing those verses, and anyone who wants to do the background chant will come in with me. Thank him for making me start putting chords on all my handouts.
I am so grateful.
Hi, everyone. Before we begin our last segment of this episode, we'd like to thank you for listening. Putting a podcast together is a time-consuming labor of love, but knowing that someone is listening to our hard work and hopefully gaining something from it makes it worthwhile. Would you let us know you like the podcast by going to our website at emlc.net, click on the podcast tab, and write a comment. Tell us what you like and what you'd like to hear more of on our podcast. And even better, why not leave us a rating on iTunes? Ratings help us become more visible to more people. It's not about ego, it's all about service. Thank you, and blessed be.
Ballads, 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 ballads. Equal day and equal night and equal day and equal night. Equal day and equal night and equal day and equal night. Equal day and equal night. Welcome the autumn. The joy of autumn. Welcome the autumn. The joy of autumn. Welcome the autumn. The joy of autumn. Equal day and equal night and equal day and equal night. Equal day and equal night and equal day and equal night. Balance in all things, in autumn and spring, equinox lesson, balance of our being. Bring to everyone in spring and autumn, equinox blessing, balance of all beings. Balance, 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 balance. Equal day and equal night and equal day and equal night. Equal day and equal night and equal day and equal night. Springtime, the joy of springtime, welcome the springtime, the joy of springtime, welcome the springtime, the joy of springtime, welcome the springtime, the joy of springtime. Equal day and equal night and equal day and equal night. Equal day and equal night and equal day and equal night. Balance, balance, balance. Bring to everyone in spring and autumn, equinox blessing, balance of all beings. Balance in all things, in autumn and spring, equinox lesson, balance of our being.